Hello, this is the recording for Unit 3, Spot 1. This is optional recording. If you'd like to hear the questions read out loud, stick around. If you don't want the questions read out loud, you can just skip this video. If you'd like the question read out loud more than once, stop, rewind, hit that play button again, and I'd be happy to repeat this for you. Here we go. Based on the Articles of Confederation wording, what were the original 13 states afraid of? This is Worksheet 1CD, Question 2. Giving states too much power, a strong central government, not having a navy and having a very small army, not being able to collect taxes. What is a tariff? Worksheet 1CD, Question 5A. Taxes on imports, taxes on exports, taxes on imports and exports, taxes on goods unless they are made in the United States. What is a interstate commerce? Worksheet 1CD, Question 5B. Traveling between two states to sell goods, trade between two or more states, roads, bridges, and railways between two or more states, taxes that are agreed to by two states. Did the Northwest Ordinance allow people in the new territories to own slaves? Worksheet 1CD, Question 7. Slavery was allowed. Slavery was not allowed. The issue of slavery would be determined by a vote in the territory that wanted to become a state. The issue of slavery would be decided by Congress once each state joined the Union. The battles of Bunker Hill and Saratoga were similar because, Worksheet 1CD, Question 9, the American performance in each battle convinced other world powers to help them defeat Britain. The colonists won both battles by using their navy. The colonists lost both battles. Both battles showed that George Washington was an able commander, but his troops were unlikely to be successful. Which group can override a veto? Legislative branch, House of Representatives, the Senate, the executive branch, or judicial branch. 2 from each state. Is that in the legislative branch, House of Representatives, the Senate, the executive, or judicial? This is Worksheet 3A. Can declare war, Worksheet 3AB, Question 13. Legislative, House of Representatives, Senate, Executive, and Judicial. Holds impeachment trials, Worksheet 3AB, Question 16. Legislative, House of Representatives, Senate, Executive, Judicial. Settles disputes between states, Worksheet 3AB, Question 21. Legislative, House of Representatives, Senate, Executive, and Judicial. Interprets the law, Worksheet 3AB, Question 26. Legislative, House of Representatives, Senate, Executive, and Judicial. What is federalism? Worksheet 4C, Question 1. The federal government can overrule state governments, giving more power to the states, giving more power to the central government, the sharing of powers between a central government and states. What is popular sovereignty? Worksheet 4C, Question 5. There should not be a king, the leaders should be elected. The ability to create laws should be declared by elected officials. Political authority belongs to the government. Political authority belongs to the people. Who wrote the Federalist Papers? Worksheet 4C, Question 6. For this one, you might have 3 answers on your page. Pick whichever one of these is the right answer on your page. Thomas Jefferson, John James, George Washington, Ben Franklin, or Alexander Hamilton. The Anti-Federalists were, according to Worksheet 4C, Question 6C, the ones who wrote the Constitution, the party of George Washington, usually from the cities, in favor of the Constitution or against the Constitution. Who would be in favor of the Elastic Clause? Worksheet 4C, Question 9. State governors, members of the House of Reps, senators, Federalists, or Anti-Federalists. Article 1 discusses which branch and what powers did they have. This is Worksheet 5A, Question 1B. Is it executive to enforce laws, executive to make laws, executive to interpret laws, legislative to interpret laws, legislative to make laws, legislative to enforce laws, judicial to interpret laws, judicial to make laws, or judicial to enforce laws? Article 2 discusses what branch of government, Worksheet 5A, Question 2A, and what is their main job. Executive to enforce laws, executive to make laws, executive to interpret laws, legislative to interpret laws, legislative to make laws, legislative to enforce laws, judicial to interpret laws, judicial to make laws, judicial to enforce laws. Article 3 discusses what branch of government. Worksheet 5A, question 3A, and what is their job? Executive to enforce laws, executive to make laws, executive to interpret laws, legislative to interpret laws, legislative to make laws, legislative to enforce laws, judicial to interpret laws, judicial to make laws, judicials to enforce laws. And what word went in the last blank on 5B? Do not use capital letters to answer this question. Please review your answers before turning them